Hare, Vai, 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 Hare, Vai. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ Guru Pyareo, I was out coming back to US. I'm back. Sorry for no classes. Actually, I think there was ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਕਲਾਸਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਨਾ ਲੱਗਦੀਆਂ, still you guys should all come for practicing Simran, because ਸੰਗਤ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਮਿਲਣਾ ਹੈ. ਸਤ ਸੰਗਤ ਮਿਲੇ ਸੋ ਤਰਿਆ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਪਰਮ ਪਦ ਪਾਇਆ ਸੁਖੀ ਕਾ ਠਰਿਆ. In ਸੰਗਤ, we should all try to come more and do the Simran Abhyas. Because when we'll come in the Sangat, Maharaj ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੰਤ ਜਨਾ ਮਿਲ ਹਰ ਜਸ ਗਾਇਓ ਕੋਟ ਜਨਮ ਕੇ ਦੁਖ ਪੁਆਇਓ. Here, today, we are still in Bavan Akhri, Kabir Sahib's Bavan Akhri. Maharaj, there was one Shabad which we read few days back or a month back, I don't remember exactly when exactly it was, where Maharaj has called, Kabir Sahib has called Vaheguruji as a thug. Maharaj says he is the biggest thug ever. Har thug jag ko thagori lai. That he is a thug and he has robbed the whole world. He's a robber, he's a thug. Now, when somebody reads this, people get confused. How come he is robbing people? Because who has created the Maya? Vaheguruji has created this Maya. This game which we are playing, this is a game. Mere Prabh Sache ek khel rachaya. And this game is all about understanding Maya and Vaheguru. Everything physical aspect, when we see things, physical Maya is still, we can understand it, right? Everybody can understand it. Whether you believe in God or not, physical Maya, everybody knows that everything is going to perish one day. Anything you see from your eyes, anything you touch, anything you smell, basically using your senses, we all know it's not real, meaning it's not permanent, it's temporary. But the problem comes when we don't understand the Sukha Maya, the subtle Maya. When we start understanding the Sukha Maya, then the journey starts. Journey of knowing ourselves, who we are. Maharaj has created this Maya and we are surrounded with this Maya. And when we understand what is Maya and what is not Maya, then only the spiritual journey starts. Bada mushkil hai idu nikalna, because we think everything is real. Our thoughts are real, our parents are real, our siblings are real, our spouse is real, right? बट व्हेन उतना सारा दुख है, एक कुटुंब तुझे देखदा चले नहीं तेरे नाले, साथ तेरे चले नहीं तिस नाल के चितलाइए, ऐसा काम मूले ना कीचे जित अंत पछताइए। यू विल रिपेंट। तू सोचता सब कुछ असली है। दैट्स व्हाई वी आर सेपरेटेड। कृत कर्म के विछड़े कर कृपा मेलो राम। Because of these karms, we think that we are, this everything is real. But because of this work and all, not saying that we should not work, we should not be connected with the physical things. But Maharaj ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਓਨਾ ਹੀ connect ਕਰੋ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ। Only connect till the you we should understand. Basically, when I say we should understand what is Maya, what is not, this is the most difficult aspect. Most difficult. Very easy to say, very difficult to grasp. That whether this is Maya, this is not Maya. So, same thing, Kabir Sahib, through the letter Thatha. Maharaj is explaining Thatha, eh dur thag nira. You know, when you are in a desert or when you are in a road, when you see something, a mirage from far away, you feel like, especially in the hot summer with the sunlight, sun is shining bright, and the when sun shines and with the reflection comes back from the road, you feel like that there is a water. In Punjabi, it is called Mirg Trishna. He can there Punjabi ਚ Mirg Trishna. Mirg is a deer. Trishna is when the Mirg is very thirsty, he's looking for water. He's going behind that. He has a Trishna, a desire to drink water. But when he reaches there, there is no water. It's called Mirg Trishna. Mirage in English, Mirg Trishna in Punjabi. And they actually, this world is a Mirg Trishna, a mirage. Thatta eh dur thug nira. He's a thug. He thinks he's showing you, Vaheguru as a thug, is showing you that there is a water there. But when you go close, you are never able to get hold of it. That's what we are doing. We are trying to control people. Our friends, our family, or anybody, powerful, we try to control. ਅਸੀਂ ਕੰਟਰੋਲ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ. But we are not able to. If we think we can control our kids, we can control our wife, we can control our husband, but we cannot. ਅਸੀਂ ਕਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੇ. But ਆਪਾਂ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਪੂਰੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੰਟਰੋਲ ਕਰੀਏ. ਠੱਡਾ ਠੱਠਾ ਇਹ ਦੂਰ ਠੱਗ ਨੀਰਾ. Maharaj says, you go far away from this and be close to Vaheguru. Vaheguru is more closer than Maya. Haath ke nede. And if you will understand the reality, of Vaheguru, the Sach, ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆਦ ਸੱਚ, ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸੱਚ, happy ਸੱਚ, Nanak hosi bhi sach. Because this Maya is temporary, but Vaheguru is permanent, is such. It was there before we existed. It was there all the time in the such right now also it is existing. Nanak hosi bhi such. And when we will not exist, Vaheguru will still exist. But the Maya, the buildings which we have, the money which we have, or anything which we see in this physical world, even this nature is also temporary. Mountains are temporary. The trees are temporary. Everything is temporary. Our thoughts are also under Kal, meaning under the space and time. Right? When I was in India, my space and time was different. The thoughts are different. If I put my focus, we have to live in this Maya, but we don't have to put a dhyan in that. ਧਿਆਨ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਸਾਰੀ। ਧਿਆਨ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ? ਰਹਿਣਾ ਤੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਆਪਾਂ, ਹੈ ਨਾ? In this body, till the time we have this physical body, we have to use it, because it's very difficult to get the physical body. If we'll go in the other rooms, we'll not have that mat, will not have that wisdom, will not have that intellect to understand the differences. Thatha eh dur thag nira. And this is a marriage or marriage, I don't know how you pronounce it. Mrig Trishna. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਦੂਰ ਹੈ ਪਾਣੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਨੂੰ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ, the water you see far away is actually not real. You stay far away from it. Neat man kiya tira. And this is for all the Byasis. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਬੜੀ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਿਲ ਤੇ ਤੂੰ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਤੋਂ ਦੂਰ ਗਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਕਰਕੇ। it took you a lot of time and effort to understand the difference between Maya and Vaheguru. When you come in the Sangat, then you go far away from Maya and you are more closer to Vaheguru. Gur mere sang sada hai nale. You start experiencing it. Even if you don't see it yet, you don't hear the Anhat Bani, Anhat Shabad, his voice, but you still start experiencing his presence. Because everything start happening on its own. ਜਦੋਂ ਮਨ ਧੀਰਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਧੀਰਾ means ਧੀਰਜ, meaning when mind is silent, when mind goes in sahaj, when mind goes in peace. And then now, with a lot of efforts, with Vaheguruji's kirpa, with the Guru Prasad, your mind has become tira and sahaj. Still you are trying to put a focus. That's why, Guru Pyareo, I know so many Gurmukhs who don't go anywhere. Anywhere, they don't go. They will not move from, one location to another location, because they think that there is no reason to go anywhere. I know very, very pyare Gurmukh pyare. He says, I'm going to stay in Amritsar, I'm going to stay forever. I'm not going to go anywhere. And they do, because they don't want to change anything, because everything is transitory. Why to go anywhere? Everything is here. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਮਝ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਗੱਲ। ਜਿਨ ਠੱਗ ਠੱਗਿਆ ਸਗਲ ਜਗ ਖਾਵਾ, ਸੋ ਠੱਗ ਠੱਗਿਆ ਠੋਰ ਮਨ ਆਵਾ। ਭਗਤਾਂ ਦੇ ਹੱਥ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। Only Bhagats can control Vaheguru, nobody else. When we do devotional worship, we will discuss in upcoming Austin camp, which is in Thanksgiving. 27th is the Thanksgiving, right? 27th, 28th, 29th, or 28, 29, 30? Yeah, 27, 28, 29, and 30th. 4 days. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Next week, we'll discuss more about the Jeevani or the biographies of different Bhagats. But one of the story of the Kabir Sahib is that he sat in the dar of Vaheguru, at the door of Vaheguru, for 8 pahar, means for 24 hours. He was in Samadhi. He was in the dar. But Maharaj didn't open his door. Maharaj, Vaheguruji, didn't open the door still. And when 8 pahar got completed, he said he's not going to open the door. I'm going to walk away from the door. He walk away from the door, and then Maharaj opened the door. And he started calling Kabir Sahib, Kabir, Kabir. Kabir Sahib says, no, I'm not going to come in control of you. वो पिछे लग गए, कबीर साहब दे पिछे लग गए, बड़ी मुश्किल मनाया। He told Kabir Sahib to come inside the door. You are my son. There's no difference between you and me. You come inside. Kabir Sahib ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨਾ ਨਾਰਾਜ਼ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਮੈਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਮਗਰ ਸੀ ਹੁਣ ਤੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਮਗਰ ਹੈ First I was behind you, now you are behind me. So what I'm saying is, when we do a devotional worship in such a way, in such love and passion, that nothing is important to us, then Vaheguru Ji will come behind us. फिर उस ਜਿਹੜਾ ਠੱਗਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਨਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਠੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ ਨਾ he is robbing us through the maya. We can rob him. What we have to rob? लूटना है तो लूट ले राम नाम की लूट is a naam and the naam is there and we can loot the naam. It's a real khajana and the best time to do is the night time. And some people say Amrit Vela, some people say this pehar, that pehar, but whole night is yours. Just remember, whenever there is a night time, especially in India, people will realize that it's very difficult to do the bhakti in India. Very difficult. Dogs are barking. People are coming here and there. Anybody can show up anytime. There's no notice and nothing. It's very difficult. We are lucky that we are staying in the Western countries. There's a lot of peace here. But again, there are other avenues also. There are other... Maya is also very open here. So it is up to us. ਸਾਡੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਹੈ ਅਸੀਂ ਮਾਇਆ ਵੱਲ ਤੁਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਮਾਲਕ ਵੱਲ ਤੁਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ because there are only two ways live ਧਾਤ ਦੋਇ ਰਾਹ ਹੈ ਹੁਕਮੀ ਕਾਰ ਕਮਾਏ one who will understand the hukum they will walk towards the live ਦਾ ਰਸਤਾ the path of devotion the path of love ਨੀਠ ਨੀਠ ਮਨ ਕੀਆ ਧੀਰਾ ਜਿਨ ਠੱਗ ਠੱਗਿਆ ਸਗਲ ਸੱਚ ਖਾਵਾਂ ਸਗਲ ਜਗ ਖਾਵਾਂ ਸੋ ਠੱਗ ਠੱਗਿਆ ਠੌਰ ਮਨ ਆਵਾਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ that's why we have to make sure we sit in the dar. When we will sit in the dar, the robber, the cheater, the Vaheguru who has cheated the whole world through the Maya, we can cheat him. Actually, there are some countries, I think Amsterdam is one of the country, where people don't close their door. Their doors are always open. Because they have a vishwash, they have a belief, they have faith that nobody can rob their house. Vaheguruji's doors are always open, but we have closed it. ਅਸੀਂ ਦਰ ਤੋਂ ਪਾਸੇ ਹੋਏ ਹਾਂ. We have closed the door from our side with our thoughts, with our ego. We have created that wall. किव सचारा हुई किव कूड़ा टुटे पाल हुक्म रजाई चलना नानक लिखिया नाल कूड़ दी पाल the wall of ego, the wall of thoughts. ਅਸੀਂ दूर जाने. We created that wall with our karams. That's why Maharaj says kirt karam ke vichde kar kirpa melo ram. Because of my own karams. Some people say, oh, why this game, why this? We have indulged in it. जिन ठग ठगिया सगल जग खावा सो ठग ठगिया जिन्हें सारे जगत नु ठगिया. He has, through his Maya, he has robbed the whole world. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ now my time is there to rob him. And when I robbed him, ਤੇ मेरा मन ਵਿੱਚ शांति मिल गई नाम ਦੇ through. ਕੀ ਠੱਗਿਆ ਕੀ ਚੋਰੀ ਕੀਤੀ? What did we rob from Vaheguru? What we have to rob from Vaheguru? We have to rob the naam. ਮੰਗਣਾ ਵੀ ਉਹੀ ਹੈ. ਜਦੋਂ ਮੰਗਾਂਗੇ ਉਹ ਦੇਗਾ. When we will ask, he will give us. And when he'll give us, the nishani is mind will go in peace. ਉਹ ਨਿਸ਼ਾਨੀ ਹੈ, ਸਾਈਨ ਹੈ. ਸੋ ਠੱਗ ਠੱਗਿਆ ਠੌਰ ਮਨ ਆਵਾਂ. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਠੱਗਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਹੀ ਠੱਗ ਲਿਆ. ऊंचे ऊपर ऊंचा नाव एवड ऊंचा होवे कोई तिस ऊंचे को जाने सोए। ਜਿਹੜੇ ਭਗਤ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਉਹ ਭਗਤ ਨੂੰ ਉਹਦੇ ਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਉੱਚਾ ਮੰਨਿਆ ਗਿਆ। ਭਗਤ ਸਾਰ even above Vaheguru, but we have to become a Bhagat. Becoming a Bhagat means 24 by 7 in love of Vaheguru, staying in love of Vaheguru. First, when we start going into the Sun Smad, when we first leave our body, a lot of big things we are talking about here, right? Leaving our body. What does leaving of body means? We have discussed it multiple times. When our mind goes in peace, then we start understanding that this physical body is not me. We get an understanding that I am not this physical body, I'm more to it. Then, first thing which happens is you come out of your body. But now the understanding, the full wisdom is not there. When the full wisdom is not there, when we come out of the body, the first thing we feel like we are dead. We get scared. But when slowly and slowly, with the Gurbani Guru's wisdom, with the spiritual wisdom, ਜਦੋਂ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਗਿਆਨ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਹੌਲੀ ਹੌਲੀ ਗਿਆਨ ਦਾ ਸਾਗਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਦੋਂ ਡੁਬਕੀਆਂ ਮਾਰਦੇ ਆ, when we take a bath in the sarovar of Naam, then we will understand that our real house was not this physical body or is not this physical body. Dar upjay dar Vaheguru. Dadda, through the letter Dadda, Maharaj is talking about Kabir Sahib. Dadda, dar upjay dar jai. And the first, when we didn't knew about Naam, everybody leaves this body. Let me be very clear about it. If somebody is doing Simran or not, we leave this body in the night when we sleep. Supne aunde sanu. Sometimes when we are sound asleep and we are leaving this body, everybody must have experienced this thing. Everybody. From your childhood up till now. Sometimes you are about to sleep and you feel like you are falling down or you have fallen already from the bed or something, and then you wake up. You say, what was it? What happens is your mind is conscious but the body is asleep. When mind is conscious and body is asleep, you feel like you're falling down because the understanding that wisdom is not yet there. At that point of time, we feel scared. The fear is there. We are afraid. Ah, ki ho gaya? Main dig paya thalle. Same thing when the person first goes out of the body, leaves the body, it's an unknown territory. In the physical world, when we go somewhere, and if we don't know that place, we get scared. What will happen? What is this? Ki hai? Sara kuch ki chal raha hai? We don't understand that, right? And then we are scared. Same thing Maharaj is saying, in the Maya also, in this world also, we are scared because of various things. What will happen tomorrow? What will happen if the stocks will go down? What will happen if my job will not be there? What will happen to my parents? What will happen to my kids? What will happen to my family? What will happen to anybody? We are always scared of the things. Bahut dar. But he is Nirpav. When we start connecting with the Naam, Nirpav Japay Sagalpav Mitay. Dadda Dar Upjay Dar Jai. When we start fearing Vaheguru, and we then stop fearing everything else. ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦੂਜੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਡਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਫਿਰ. We are not afraid of anything else. When we are afraid of Vaheguru, the person who is afraid of the things, afraid of the surroundings, is scared about the things, what is going to happen tomorrow and all, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਦਾ ਡਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ, because they think this world, this Maya is real. ਮਾਇਆ ਤੋਂ ਡਰਦੇ ਆ। ਜਦੋਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਮਾਇਆ ਤੇ ਹੈ ਹੀ ਅਸਲੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ, ਤੇ ਨਕਲੀ ਹੈ, this is a mirage. ਡੱਡਾ ਡਰ ਉਪਜੇ, ਕਿਹਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਡਰ ਉਪਜੇ? For ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ. When the fear for ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ comes, then we lose the fear of this world. ਡਰ ਜਾਈ, ਤਾਂ ਡਰ ਮੈਂ ਡਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਸਮਾਈ, ਬਾਕੀ ਡਰ ਖਤਮ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ। ਸਮਾਈ means they are all vanished because of the fear of God. ਤਾਂ ਡਰ ਮੈਂ ਡਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਸਮਾਈ, because of the fear of ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ, other fears are vanished, they go away. ਜੋ ਡਰ ਡਰੈ ਤਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਡਰ ਲੱਗੇ। ਕਹਿੰਦੇ again if you will forget ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ, then you will be afraid of other things. ਜੇ ਰੱਬ ਦਾ ਡਰ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ, when we are afraid of ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ, you know, people some says why we have to be afraid of ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ. This dar is not the other kind of a dar. This scariness, this fear is not like a worldly fear. The worldly fear is when some wrong guy, some bad guy threatens you, some gangster threatens you to kill you. You're scared. What is going to happen to my family? Vaiguru's fear is different. Vaiguru's fear is out of love. For example, if you love your wife, if you love your husband, you don't want to break their heart. You love your parents, you don't want to do anything which will give them a shame. That dar is for Vaiguru. Very similar. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਰੱਬ ਦਾ ਡਰ ਆਂਦਾ ਨਾ, ਜੋ ਡਰ ਡਰੇ ਤਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਡਰ ਲੱਗ ਹੈ. But if somebody is not scared of Vaiguru, then the worldly fear will come. So fear of Vaiguru is a good thing. That means we love Vaiguru. Only that's why Maharaj has used the word Pao and Pao, very similar words in Gurbani. The difference is there. Pao is fear, Pao is love. Nirpo Jape Sagal Po Mite. All the worlds, this worldly fear will go away. तो की आएगा? Pao आएगा, प्यार आएगा. Then we will say, मैं कोई ऐसा कर्म नहीं करना, I don't want to do anything which will bring a shame to my father and mother. We don't want to bring a shame. जो डर डरे ता फिर डर लागे, निडर हुआ डर ओ होए भागे. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ but when we will connect with the naam, when we will become nirpao, ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਨਿਡਰ ਹੋ ਜਾਾਂਗੇ, when we will become fearless, then this worldly fear will go away. ਨਿਡਰ ਹੁਆ ਡਰ ਉਰ ਹੋਏ ਭਾਗੈ, ਭੱਜ ਜਾਏਗਾ, ਫਿਰ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦਾ ਡਰ ਭੱਜ ਜਾਏਗਾ. What's the time? Let's keep a track on the time. ਹਾਂਜੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ, we'll stop here ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ. Any questions? ਕੋਈ ਸਵਾਲ?
Viji, my question is about Maya. I understand, everything that we can see with our eyes. That is all Maya. But what is Sukha Maya?
Thoughts. Our thoughts. Because before we perform any action, first there is a thought. We discussed in the camp also, which you attended, Penji, in the hostel, the Tragun Maya. Rajogun, Tamogun, Satogun. Rajogunat are worldly thoughts. Tamogun are the dark thoughts, like lust, greed, anger, attachment, ego. If you think about it, all these actions which are performed either in a Rajogun or a Tamogun, we are scared. We are always scared. Somebody is greedy, back of the mind, they will be scared. Somebody will have a sexual desire for somebody, the back of the mind, they will be scared. Similarly, when we are anxious, we are depressed, We are worried, we have a fear. What will happen? That is all Sukha Maya. That is a
Oh,
subtle Maya.
oh, okay.
ਹਾਂਜੀ?
Thank you. The other question is, when it's not a question, it's just a statement. When you said, all of us might have experienced this, कि भाई साडा,
ਡਿੱਗਦੇ ਆ
we
ਨਾ
have
ਜਦੋਂ
a
ਕਦੀ
dream.
ਸੁਪਨਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦਾ, ਸੁਪਨਾ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਨਾ ਡਿੱਗਦੇ ਆ ਅਸੀਂ, ਐਵੇਂ ਲੱਗੇ ਡਿੱਗੇ ਆ.
Oh, I never experienced it, so I guess.
Oh, you didn't?
No,
Then you,
I barely get any dreams, and this kind of dream where कि मैंने लगा कि मैं गिर गई, I never experienced it. So, is it okay, or everybody
yeah, yeah,
should
yeah, yeah.
experience this?
Have you experienced sleep paralysis?
What is it?
These are not dreams. Sleep paralysis is something like you feel like you are awake, but your body is asleep, and you are
No,
unable to come out of that. You can call it a dream or whatever, that
Acha, no, I
experience.
I
Yes,
never experienced that.
Virji, I experienced it when I was like younger, much younger. I used to
Hanji.
get so scared कि मैं अपनी बिल्कुल body ਨੂੰ ਹਿਲਾ नहीं सी पाਉਂਦੀ. Sleep paralysis. Yes.
Hanji. ਹੁਣ ਅਗਰ, and this is a good thing actually we are discussing. Thank you for being for to able to discuss this. When next time you see this or you experience this, start doing Antargat Simran. That's why we have to get into a habit of Antargat Simran. And if you hear a Shabad, the Naam, then that's beautiful. Then try to find that Shabad there. When you will find the Shabad, you will come out of your body. Meaning,
It was very long, long time ago, before I
yeah,
knew anything.
yeah,
ਜਦੋਂ
yeah,
ਇੰਡੀਆ ਚ ਸੀਗੀ,
yeah, yeah,
and I was very scary feeling.
yeah. But now you can induce it actually.
अच्छा Virji?
Okay,
You can induce that. How you induce it is this we all have to get into this habit. It's little bit difficult for a lot of people because we are not in the habit. How can we induce this is by laying on the bed in your back, at your back. Don't turn away. Don't go on the left side or the right side. Just stay in the back. Don't move your body. Your hands straight. Your feet should not be on another feet. Totally straight body. Totally relaxed body on your bed. And start doing Antargat Simran and sleep while doing Antargat Simran. When you will do that, there will be a situation you will hear your kurada snore. You will snore and you will hear it. That means your body is asleep, but your mind is conscious. That is the place when you will enter to the sunsmad, when you will hear your snore. ਕੁਰਾੜਾ ਸੁਣੋਗੇ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੰਦਰ ਚਲੇ ਜਾਓਗੇ, ਸਮਾਧੀ ਚਲੇ ਜਾਓਗੇ, ਸੁਣ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਚਲੇ ਜਾਓਗੇ. That's your real house. And there, if you have not heard the Shabad or the voice of Vaheguru, the sound, that cosmic sound, you will hear that cosmic sound. Or if you are lucky, if the Kirpa is there, Gur Prasad is there, because at that time you are in the Dar. That is all, you are at the door. Now it is up to him whether he takes you to the Chothapad or not. Through the Shabad, through the Jot, through the Prakash, anything can happen. This is up to him and you. But there are many experiences which you can have, which spiritual experiences you might experience that.
oh, okay. Thank you for explaining that. Okay, the last question I have is for the Austin camp. I mean, Taranjit auntie told me about it, but I told her I am not able to go. Will that be, recorded or broadcast or any such
We'll
thing?
try, we'll try, Benji, but sometimes because situations of the Gurdwaras are there or something, we're not able to do that. So I can't promise. Out of the 4 days, if you can't come on 27th and 28th, come on 29th or 30th, whenever you can come, it's good. We'll try to record whatever we can, but I can't promise.
Okay. Okay.
ਹਾਂਜੀ
Thank you.
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹੋਰ ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਸਵਾਲ ਜੀ? If not, ਆਓ ਜੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਕਰੀਏ ਜੀ. ਵਾਹ ਟਮੀ in, listen to your voice. Guru tummy out, listen to your voice. ਵਾਹ Guru, ਵਾਹ Guru, ਵਾਹ
Why,
Guru.
Guru? Waheguru, 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 Hero, why, 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 hero। अंतर्गत सिमरन संगत जी, मन ही बोले मन ही सुने। वाहिगुरु जी, हम अवगुण भरे एक गुण नाही, अमृत छाड़ बिखे बिख खाही, माया मोह परम भै भूले, सुत दारा स्यों प्रीत लगाई। इक उत्तम पंथ सुनियो गुर संगत, तह मिलंत जम त्रास मिटाई। इक अरदास पाठ कीरत की, गुरु रामदास राखो शरनाई। इक अरदास पाठ कीरत की, गुरु रामदास राखो शरनाई। भुल्लां चुक्कां दी खिमा जी।